guys, it's me Rebecca. So this will be the start of another weekly vlog, as you can see. And today is Sunday and I've just done some cleaning and some other work. I'm gonna be editing Saturday's videos, so yeah. And I did start a new book. I just started The Book Eaters by Sun Lindin. And this is about these people, these beings, like they're not human, but they look human, I guess. But instead of food, like instead of sandwiches or salads or whatnot, they eat books. And their diets are kind of like not considered, but it's made by the adults, like because certain books will make you think a certain way. Like if you read narrative fiction or Bible, you'll think differently. Read fairy tales and whatnot. And with these people, women are very rare. Like there's not a lot of book eater women who are around and who can produce children. And with our main character Devon, she grew up eating fairy tales, so she's like, Captain is like naive, ignorant bubble of like how things really are. Like they're isolated from really the rest of humanity, and they have and with her family in particular, they have a very old way of thinking. Like they are discussing like IVF stuff and if it will work, how it might work for them and whatnot. And with Devon in particular, she has a son, but instead of eating books, he eats humans. Like he eats the minds of humans, and he gets his thinking from the humans he eats. So yeah, and I guess with mind eaters, it's not a good thing. Like there's a particular drug they can take which kind of reduces the hunger, but it doesn't make it go away. This lowers their desire to eat humans or eat minds. It's either that or he starves or he's killed and whatnot. And Devon and her son, they're on the one. So yeah, and so far I'm finding this interesting, this novel. I'm liking like it's every other chapter is Devon in the present with her son trying to help him, and then every other chapter is like her growing up and her upbringing and whatnot. And what I like is like the naivety she had when she was just eating fairy tales. And we see as a child she's tired of eating the same kind of stories. Like she wants new stories, but that's kind of frowned upon with her kind. I really do not know the proper term. So it is interesting to see, like, because there's so few women in this world, and so few book eater women in particular in this like world, and they're getting rarer and rarer. Like the marriages also become rarer and rarer. There's only really 6 families, and there's no incest, but the women are kind of like, I don't know, like they're sent off to be married to another family, have a kid, live a few years with that family to raise the kid a bit, and then they're sent home, and then they're sent to another family, and yeah, and then it's not like the cycle repeats, because book eater women, they can have 2, maybe 3 kids if they're lucky before they get early menopause. So yeah, but yeah, so far I am intrigued. It is taking me a while to get used to this writing, just because I'm not like fully in the world yet, but I do understand like what is happening, and I'm intrigued. Like, so yeah, and yeah, I'm intrigued. That's all I can say. And for the rest of the day, I might try and do some work. I am gonna try to edit more of the video. So yeah. So it's the next day, and I'm sorry if it is a bit dark but it is about 6:15 and it is quite gloomy outside. Like the appointment is rain tomorrow and the day after, and I've just been busy all day, so I haven't had time to update you. And but I have done quite a bit of reading of the Book Eaters, and now I'm on page 190, 188. And essentially I just started part 4, and again I'm still liking it a lot. I like seeing like kind of the protective nature of Devon while her child's in danger. Like, her second husband, Matty, I think it is. He's an honest piece of shit. Probably worse than her first husband, because he made empty promises. He lied to her and whatnot. Matty's just an asshole. Like because she previously birthed a daughter, he was really disappointed in the fact she birthed a son, because again, women are very aware in their world and whatnot. But he's also more pissed off on the fact she birthed a mind teacher. And he does tell her point blank he's gonna send the kid to the night so that he's trained as a dragon when the kid's fully trained. And even then, like everyone is distant from her. No one goes near her. No one goes near the kid. Like, they're kind of isolated in this manner from everyone. And something happened, and Matty tries to kill the kid, who's Kai, and people believe that Devon killed Matty when really it was Kai who killed his father, and it seems like Devon is trying to protect her son by making him and everyone else believe that she killed him. And why, as well as she goes berserk, literally bites the throat of a few of the knights, ending them, because I think essentially they're just made of paper. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. And we learn more exactly of that particular family who are trying to, I guess, help her, which their names are Ravenscar, and they're the family that produced the redemption medicine that we kind of caused the mind eaters to kind of tamp down on their hunger, it just reduce that hungry feeling in them. Turns out they're all mind eaters, weird, coincidentally. So yeah, that's an interesting factor. And Devon keeps saying that the knights are arrogant, full of themselves, and I mean that's how she's also describing her brother Ramsay, who is full of himself. He's arrogant, he takes control of the situation when he feels like his commanding officer has let them down, has led them not astray, but took control of the situation, and he made everything worse than it was. And he thinks that he's better than everyone, and he's also has the same thinking that book eaters are above humans, humans are weak beings. No. There's a few quotes I read this morning which were quite interesting that I did not mark, but yeah, and if you heard that, that's the sound of my screen, my cameraman sitting my camera. So yeah, there's a lot of arrogance and people and creatures being full of themselves and whatnot. And I do like at the beginning of each chapter we kind of get this epigraph, where it seems like it's sections from a history book, kind of describing the history of the book eaters, where they come from, who they are, kind of breaking them down historically and as well as scientifically, and I'm finding that really fascinating. But yeah, otherwise I am liking it, and yeah. So it's the next day, and the day started quite cloudy. Now the sun's come out, and annoyingly, I filmed most of my March wrap up today. I'm wearing a different shirt than what I was wearing in the video, just because I got a bit hot in that shirt, and yeah, I just wanted to change. So yeah, that was fun. I wish I had waited till it was a bit clearer, but oh well, I'm not refilming it. But yeah, so I've done some work. I did more writing, and I've done more reading. And now I'm on page 238 of the Book Eaters, and I'm still liking it. We are getting to the part. We did get to the part where Devon kind of was not manipulated, but she was put in a situation where she was forced to kind of act like this spy for Ramsay and the other knights, where her husband, when they learned that redemption was kind of wondering because of the downfall of the Ravenscourts, I believe that was the name of that family, he decided to take action, but the knights were gonna go and deal with her, and you know, kind of left her in this sticky situation where everything was just a bit of a mess. And yeah, we see Devon as she learns more of the mission, and when we see her when she first starts interacting with the humans, like humans and the Book Eaters, they've kind of like live separately, like, and even when they did do business with humans, like, it was very little like interaction, which is interesting. So yeah, there's that, and that's also interesting. And we see more of the kind of control I think it's Kalok has over his family. Like, he acts like a patriarch. He's no better than his father, and he holds this sort of communion on Christmas, where the rest of his siblings, they had their tongues surgically changed, because with the Mind Eaters, their tongues are more round, and they had surgery to kind of like close the part of the tongue that would suck the life out of humans. Well, not suck the life, but kind of like eat the minds of humans, kind of make them bubbling things. He didn't have that surgery, and he eats the mind of a human in front of everyone, and his sister is disgusted by this act of his, and yeah, that shows the power of control there. And also, what is interesting is we get an epigraph at the beginning of, I want to say it was chapter 26, where he says like, he's talking about mind eating, and this is not eating, this is sharing, this is communion. What I do is the ultimate experience of divinity, the merging of two souls into a single body, the partaking and elevating of life into new transcendent forms. It sounds like he thinks with book eating, the book eaters, they're only taking the information from one object and consuming it. They're taking it instant. He views mind eating as like, it's kind of like a shared thing. Like, there's like one person is sharing information with another person, even if it might be involuntary, even if the person is under threat or distress or something, like, it's still the sharing of information, which is an interesting viewpoint. And yeah, I am curious to see exactly how Devon this family escapes her brother, who did place a bomb in her son's stomach, and he has a device that no matter how far away Kai is, if he pushes the button and detonates the bomb, it will kill Kai. So I'm curious on what will happen with that. So yeah, so far I am liking it, and yeah, like kind of the fact like Devin, she doesn't care about anything else. She only cares about protecting her son, and I think she's finally waking up and seeing that even if she tries to appease the family, no matter what she does, it will never be enough. Like, the families are so set in their ways. One girl can't do anything to change that. Like, she has no other choice but to take her son and one escape the family's influence. And yeah, like, the only thing she cares about is her son. And yeah, I do like the strong themes of motherhood, because even though I don't have kids, I can see with some mothers like the things they would do just to protect their kids. And yeah, so yeah, there's that. So it's the next day, and I just finished The Book Eaters by Stephen Lading, and I felt the ending was a bit washed, in a sense. There was a change of plans on Ramsey's end, and for some reason the nights came a couple hours earlier than they were expected, so that felt a bit washed, but we do get an ending, and it is interesting. And I did like it. Devin does realize, like, she does want to go back for her daughter. She did want to be reunited with her daughter, but she is aware that either Luton, the girl's father, lied to Devin and said she can see her daughter on the girl's 10th birthday, or he just told his daughter nothing about her mother, made her think that her mother never cared for her or anything. So either way, there's no happy ending on that part. And Devin is also aware she has to choose her journeys. Like, the further away she is from her daughter, like if she goes to Ireland and just leaves some why can I not say that word? Salem. There we are. Into the hands of the book eaters and their marriage and whatnot. But if she goes back for her daughter, it's this more complicated than her liberating Kai, so she has to choose her journeys, which I'm glad she's aware of that now. And yeah, and she does get, and Devin does in a way get her Princess in Tower moment, which I kind of liked. And yeah, despite the ending being watched, and I also had a tad bit issue with the I guess woman's between oh my god, Devin and Hester, who is a Ravenscar, one of the siblings in the family. In a sense, it just felt a bit insta-lovey, like they meet when Hester's undercover, just kind of pretending to pick up Devin at this bar while Devin is waiting for this dealer who's working for the Ravenscar family, and kind of supplying them with the material they need to create redemption. And then, like, they kind of have the woman's blooming, and it just felt a bit washed, in my opinion. Like, they just met, and Devin's like, she needs to be part of our plan of escape. Like, I want to save her, and yeah, like, wasn't a huge fan of that as well. Like, I just wish some things were more developed overall. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give this a 4-star. Like, I did like it, but I just wished it was a bit longer, a bit more developed. Like, we saw why plans change, why Ramsey went back on his word, but sped the operation up. So yeah. So anything else? I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all of my opinions on this novel, and yeah, that's it. And yeah, so 4 stars. And my next read for tomorrow will probably be The Appeal by Janice Hallett. So yeah, I'll discuss more of that tomorrow. So it's the next day, and it's another dreary day. Like, I don't think they promise any more rain, but I think it's just gonna be cloudy. And I do have some plans today, but I don't know if I'll be able to update you later tonight. I'm not entirely sure. I just wanted to come on here to give my initial thoughts on The Appeal by Janice Hallett. I don't think I gave a synopsis on this book, but this is about this like local theater group where I guess they had people wanting it, like the secretaries or not secretaries, but the leaders of it. But their granddaughter Poppy, she is diagnosed with this rare form of brain cancer, and in order like for her to survive this, they want to make her to do this like a experimental treatment that kind of like finished like its experimental phase and is like kind of slowly being released to the public. But it's quite expensive, so they're hosting this fundraiser to try and raise money for it. And while this happens, a body appears, and there's an investigation. Who don't know. And yeah. So far, I'm intrigued. I like how we kind of get the setup of like them kind of preparing this new play. There's this one woman in particular who I'm just like about, because like they already know like the granddaughter is sick. Like they told the entire all of the members of this theater group, and she's like, what about the play, like it seems like the only thing she cares about is this stupid play. It's what is it? It's an Arthur Miller play. I believe it's all my sons, and which is an Arthur Miller play. But yeah, she only really cares about that. She's also trying to get these two newcomers involved, like a woman named Sam and her husband Cal, who both work at the local hospital, who just came back from volunteering in Africa for a while, so yeah. And I'm just enjoying this. A couple of times we do get snippets, I guess, of these like journalists or detectives trying to investigate the murders, and they have all of this evidence. And this novel is told through emails, through text messages, through memos, like, yeah. And it is interesting so far, and I'm liking it so far, so yeah, I am intrigued to see, like, I haven't gotten to the murder yet. Right now what's happening is 30 pages in this. They're kind of planning the fundraiser for Poppy, so yeah. But yeah, today I have quite the drive. I have to help my mom out with something, so yeah, I have a long day ahead of me, so yeah. I think the weather's supposed to be a bit better tomorrow, hopefully, but yeah. That's all for now. I'll probably update you when I get home. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see. So it's later the same day. I didn't feel much as I was busy running a bunch of errands, and it was so windy today. Like, yeah, not it. But yeah, I've just been busy for most of the day, and but I did have time to read not a good amount, but a decent amount of The Appeal for the day. Now I'm on page 70, and this is a very slow burn, I feel like, so far, because some mystery thrillers I've read, like, typically the body's already discovered. And here we're just kind of still getting set up, I guess, for this initially charity event, but now it's like a whole foundation to try and raise money to get treatment for Poppy, who is the girl with cancer. And we saw there were some complications, like during the initial fundraiser. The band they hired to play it wanted money from it, and but yeah, they played for free as a favor, and a lot of things that were just like weird. It was also a bit funny because apparently the lead singer, who apparently pretends to be this Italian guy, it's the name, his stage name is nowhere close to his real name, and he's not even Italian, which I guess found a bit funny. But yeah, like I kind of was expecting the murder to already happen, and I misspoke earlier when I said journalists. They're lawyers, the two people investigating it, and we did see some snippets of them going over the documents, and yeah. And it looks like one of the characters, Samantha anyways, she is kind of seeing, she's trying to help out with the medical side of things to see like how I guess dire Poppy's situation is, like if she's at risk of dying sooner or whatnot. And yeah, and we do see a couple times like people who they might generally mean well, but sometimes like with these situations, like there are people who are all talk, who want the person to feel pity for them, the person they're giving money to. So yeah, there's a few, and like the occasional fraudsters you can imagine. So yeah, I am intrigued just to see who's gonna die and who exactly is involved in this whole thing. So yeah, so far I'm just like, I'm not bored, but I'm just like, I want to get to the interesting stuff. So yeah, and yeah, so it's the next day, and it's also the end of this vlog. I did go out earlier, I didn't really film anything as it was quite windy once more. Yeah, I just run some errands. I had to print something at the library and go to Trader Joe's, so yeah. And I have done more reading of the appeal, and now I'm on page 124, and things are happening. It seems like Sam, who is one of the nurses, or she's one of the newbies in this feature group, but she works at a nurse at this like local hospital. She has some history with the, I guess, main doctor on Poppy, not main doctor on Poppy's case, but the doctor who is helping Martin get Poppy this experimental drug that she needs. Her name is, oh my god. There we are. Her name is Tish. I'm not gonna try and pronounce her last name because I will butcher it horribly. But Sam has tried to kind of sabotage her a couple of times by reporting her to her company lead, saying there's some things like that Tish is like not being ethical, that she's kind of compromising some ethics and whatnot. And it seems like the Greenwoods have something to want from her. There's some secret. It was mentioned that Sam's husband Cal, that he started this new email account, which might not be suspicious, as he might have had a work email account while he was in Africa or something. I'm not entirely sure. But it is suspicious in the sense, like, it seems to be like a new personal email address, and that's what he probably created it when he and his wife came back from Africa, which is a bit odd. And there's something like Tish mentions in an email to her brother that the truth is on their side. So it seems like Sam and or her husband have something to want from. So that is intriguing to see what's up with Sam. And it's about, like, she's getting on my nerves. Like, she's so daft, I guess. Like, she's so airheaded. Like, she gives her opinions in some minute notes she's supposed to be taking for the fundraiser committee meeting. And she seems this to only be a bit self-centered, and she wants to keep Sam only to herself. Like, she gets jealous when she sees that Sam is friends with this woman named Claudia, and she's just talking horrible about Claudia. Like, there's a section in there where I'm like, seriously? Sam did this like half marathon thing that Claudia showed up to, and like all four of them, or there's three of them, as like, and I say three of them, like how Isabel and Claudia, the four would be if someone's involved. But Claudia apparently said she was starving, and Isabel said she only ordered a side salad, so mince, not like a very big salad dish. And after she ate the salad, she said she stuffed her face. So Isabel seems to be body shaming her, because she calls her extremely skinny, asks if she has an eating disorder. Like, it's just like. And also, it seems like Isabel might have some demons of her own, because she has this notebook that she writes in, and there's one where she expresses like extreme jealousy of Claudia. Like, she's like, she thinks she and Sam are BFFs, they're like sisters, they're extremely close, and we don't get Sam's side of these conversations at all. Like, we only get Isabel's messages to Sam, we don't get Sam's messages to Isabel. We don't know what Samantha thinks of Isabel. And that's something that lawyers do bring up, which is like, that's facts, that's true. So yeah, that is interesting. So yeah, and if you see a yellow tab, it is to remind myself that of the fact this morning I did read the part like of Tish sent an email to Samantha earlier, calling her attempts to kind of get back at her childish and photo, when they know what Samantha tried to do, and they will simply dismiss every word she says. Like, Tish's bosses will dismiss every accusation Samantha is making. So yeah, that is interesting. Like, I am intrigued of what's the history between Samantha and Tish, what exactly happened in Africa. Like, there's a lot of things that's like, there's a lot of questions, and so yeah, questions are being raised, and yeah, I am intrigued so far. So yeah. But yeah, any more thoughts I have on this novel will be in my next vlog. And yeah, that's it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below telling me what you've been up to recently. If you want to, please subscribe to this channel, and if you want to follow me on any social media, all those links are in the down bar below. I'll see you guys next time I post a video. Bye.